Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. Just want to start off on the weekly. We've got quite a bit of structure here at the downside. We'll get to those on the lower time frames, but trend is up above the moving averages, and we are sideways. So to me, this is still a range, and what happened yesterday is pretty much almost a confirmation of that range. So oscillators are starting to ease off, not stuck to the upside like they were, which is also a good sign. And we now basically need to watch what is going to transpire over the next couple of days. We have the looming war with the Ukraine. You've got a whole lot of European allies that are sort of starting to put together their military forces strategically around areas just to protect Europe from a Russia invasion. So there's a lot of politics going on in that space. We've got the Feds, more politics, and then we've got the virus. Now, what's interesting happening with the virus is I see quite a few European countries are starting to follow the UK suit, where they're just removing all protocol for the COVID virus. So that could also be an indication that that's probably not going to be as an effect as what it has been going to the later part of this year. But anyway, so we had a big pin bar with a red body, but still buyers came in. And then yesterday, buyers came in off the structure, and that was at 15,100 area. Probably dropped to 1,500. Would assume being a round number. 14,988, so fairly close. And then the buyers came into that. So if we start drilling down into areas that we want to trade, the first warning that we got here not to trade this is looking at the 3 hours. So we started the week with a strong move down, and then we've got into the sideways range. Also, it's a bit of a triangle break to the upside, but I don't really trust that. I'm looking, there's too much noise that's coming out of the market at the moment, or that we're waiting to come out of the market. So that could be consolidation at the bottom of the range for a bigger breakdown. And if we do start breaking below the low of yesterday, the low of the week, not so much the low of the yesterday, but the low of the week at 14,838, that is going to be extremely bearish. Then that upward trend on the weekly is going to be pretty much broken, range break to the downside, and then you're looking for a measured move of the range at least to the downside, which is going to be something like that. And we can put a bit of structure in there and then just go back to the daily, get a wider view of this, and you can see that takes us down to the 13,300 area, and there is a bit of structure there as well. So that could be pretty violent in my view anyway. So this is the plan of action for today. Sit quietly and wait. Seem to say that quite a lot, but when you don't have the decent trades, it's not worth trying to chase it. Yesterday was very much sideways, so we're going to need to see a break of this somewhere, either to the upside or the downside. And the levels that we need to worry about at the moment, I would pretty much take the high of yesterday. So if we can find support at 15,271, then I suspect another move to the top of the range. If that fails and we start testing this area again, watch out, because then I would expect a break finally below here. Probably not in a day, but through a couple of days, because it's been quite a long time that we've been testing this area before it breaks. If it breaks there, then I think you're going to get the bottom drop out of it. But don't chase the first break, guys, because the bulls are going to be waiting here. And they'll wait for the breaks because they're going to know there's going to be a whole lot of shorts in the market with where their stops are going to be, and they're going to wait for a bit of structure, and then they're going to pile into this and trigger all the stops for a big move back into the range. So wait for confirmation before jumping into it. So for me, this is sit on hands until the high or the low. So the high of yesterday gives way, or the low of the week so far gives way. Those are the two areas we're paying attention to. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.